Welcome to the Spotlight Roundup, presented to you by Psychedelic Spotlight, your number one source for news, information, and unique perspectives surrounding the emerging sector of medicinal psychedelics. I'm Autumn Tribbett, and it's the week of March 31st, 2021. In this week's episode, we spotlight Field Trip Health as they complete the largest financing raise ever for a psychedelic company in Canada. Light Holland completes the sale and import of psychedelic truffles into Canada. MindCure launches its product sales division. And could the Big Apple become home to a big psychedelic boom? Now, let's get to your roundup. Last month, Toronto-based Field Trip Health announced the close of a common share deal worth $95 million, making it the largest financing raise to date by a Canadian-based psychedelic company. Field Trip is optimistic that the deal will help to finance the development of the company's enhanced next-generation psychedelic FT-104, a psilocybin-like molecule that the company describes as having a shorter psychoactive duration, without compromising its therapeutic benefits. The company also expects to leverage the financing deal to accelerate the rollout of Field Trip's clinical infrastructure.
I think this financing is a great validation for all the work we've been doing at Field Trip. In terms of the size of the financing, which really positions us with financial security to see through the rollout of our entire clinic infrastructure over the next couple of years, as well as taking FT-104 through phase 2 and potentially even into phase 3. So it gives us a lot of security, a lot of runway to really focus on executing our business model.
On March 16th, Light Holland Corp announced the completion of the sale and import of the company's high-grade consumer packaged goods microdose packs from the Netherlands to Canada. The transaction was legally and successfully completed through the utilization of a Health Canada psilocybin import permit. The permit was obtained by Montreal-based Seacrest Laboratories, Inc. in partnership with Shaman Pharma Corp. And, according to Light Holland, the transaction between the companies is the first of a multi-phase project to expand into the mental wellness pharmaceutical sector by demonstrating a legally compliant route for supplying raw materials containing psychoactive molecules produced abroad by Light Holland and imported into Canada. Last month, MindCure Health announced the launch of a product sales division, highlighted by their nootropic and pathogen-focused products. The product launch marks the start of the company's sales division, with the first products to hit the market slated to target the mental hygiene and wellness segment.
We took the due diligence and the steps to make sure that the growers we work with are producing high-quality products. They're, giving back to the earth. They're sourcing 100% organic no matter what. And then when it came to our co-mans, the manufacturers that we work with, that they do the best when it comes to regulatory practices, not just for Health Canada, but for FDA, the USDA, and even getting things, certified by Prop 65, right? And passing those tests. Not everyone has to do that. We did though, and that costs extra money. That's okay. We want the best product possible out there.
And finally, last May, New York Assemblywoman Linda Rosenthal became one of the first state lawmakers to introduce legislation to decriminalize psilocybin, one of the two main psychoactive ingredients in more than 100 types of mushrooms. This month, Rosenthal introduced an amendment to the bill to include psilocin, the other main psychedelic chemical in the mushrooms. Both psilocybin and psilocin are listed as Schedule I substances with the Drug Enforcement Administration, meaning they have no currently accepted medical use in the United States and have a high potential for abuse. But Rosenthal, a historically pro-cannabis assemblywoman who represents parts of Manhattan's Upper West Side, pointed out that recent research contradicts the DEA's classification. More specifically, Rosenthal cites the FDA's 2018 designation of the use of psilocybin as a breakthrough therapy for treatment-resistant depression, and hopes that this proposed amendment to the bill will allow further research into the study of psilocybin and its beneficial uses for treatment. And that's it for this week's Spotlight Roundup, presented to you by Psychedelic Spotlight, your number one source for news, information, and unique perspectives surrounding the emerging sector of medicinal psychedelics. For more on the stories covered here, visit psychedelicspotlight.com. And be sure to check out the Psychedelic Spotlight podcast, where Global Track Solutions CEO David Flores interviews luminaries across the field of psychedelics and related industries. Subscribe at Apple Podcasts or wherever you stream. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I'm Autumn Tribbitt. Be well.